going on, guys? Dylan Moon here from Yakuza Moon, bringing you my top 5 strongest Uchiha of all time. Now, on this list, we're not going to be talking about additional power-ups outside of just their Uchiha lineage. We're not going to be talking about Sage's Six-Pass Madara. We're not going to be talking about Jubito. We're not going to be talking about adult Sharingan Sasuke, okay? I just want to know how strong they are as Uchihas, and if none of this crazy stuff happened, who would be the strongest of all of them, okay? So, we'll go ahead and start off with the honorable mentions. First honorable mention is Izuna. I think Izuna is a lot stronger than people give him credit for. He was often stated as Madara's equal, and some people say that's a mistranslation, and I've yet to get to the bottom of that. I've done a lot of research, and Izuna was as formidable as anybody. He went toe-to-toe with the second Hokage, okay? Even though he lost to the second Hokage is so strong. Could you imagine someone like Obito fighting the second Hokage? I couldn't, but then again, a lot of people underrate the second Hokage, but that's a story for a different day, folks. So we will go with Izuna as an honorable mention. Like, for God's sake, Madara has Izuna's eyes in his head. Okay, another honorable mention, Fugaku Uchiha. We don't know that much about Fugaku. We just know that with his Sharingan, he can control the nine-tailed fox. He did unlock Mangekyo Sharingan, that was confirmed, and he was also a candidate to become the fourth Hokage, losing to Minato. So right there, we know that he is a pretty strong guy if he was a Hokage candidate, okay? Basically the head of the entire Uchiha during Sasuke's childhood, head of the Konoha military police. Our third honorable mention is Shisui. Shisui Uchiha, it just speaks for himself. He was noted as the strongest Uchiha member while he was alive. He was like the pride and joy of the Uchiha. He created one of the greatest genjutsus of all time, where he could actually change the thoughts of somebody without them even knowing, and it was so strong he could only use it once every 10 years. So Shisui, if Shisui was spotted, it was immediately flee. Other villages, there was like a notice that if you saw either Minato or Shisui, you just got out of there. You just got out of there, okay? So that's how you know. He could use the body flicker. He could Genjutsu master. You cannot stop saying enough things about Shisui, okay? So, starting at our number 5, I will give it to Obito Uchiha. And we're not talking about Obito with any Renegade or anything, like I said. We're talking about Obito, basically Obito versus Conan, okay? That is the fight that's the last time we really see Obito. That's the last time we really see Obito fight before getting the Renegade. So that's really, from there and back, that's what we're going on. He obviously invaded the Leaf, captured the Nine Tails. Obito's crazy. He can spam his Mangekyo Sharingan without any repercussions, okay? Obito's an animal. It's hard, you can't even really touch him, because if he wants to attack you, you can touch him, but he could honestly just play time and just not let you touch him. Like, Minato did solve the secret behind his Sharingan pretty quick, but that's fucking Minato, okay? So Obito Uchiha is not somebody to take lightly. He basically is behind every single thing in this series. He started the Akatsuki. Obviously Black Zetsu and Madara facilitated that, but him being able to do everything, do all of Madara's bidding while Madara is dead, it's just a testament to how strong Obito is. At our number 4 spot, we have my man, Kagami Uchiha, okay? And I know the reason I didn't put Izuna on this list was because he didn't have that many feats. And Kagami doesn't have that many feats, but we do know a little bit more about him. We know that Shisui was basically off-brand Kagami. Shisui himself said that he was inferior to Kagami, so that pretty much tells you how much of a god this man is. He was one of the only Uchiha the second Hokage trusted. Instead of all the Uchiha, they fell victim to the Uchiha hatred, and Kagami never had that. He loved the village through and through. He inherited the will of fire. Kagami was godly strong. The fact that Shisui is one of the strongest Uchiha of all time, and he said that he was vastly inferior to Kagami, and I think I honestly think Kagami had one of the strongest Mangekyo Sharingan in the series. How he died, we don't know. We do know he died at the age of 25. And if you guys think I'm overrating Kagami, go ahead and comment down below where you would put him, if you would slide like maybe Shisui up, or if you would put Obito in front of Kagami. But I honestly think that Kagami is like, I think he's like God tier. I think he's like Itachi level in my opinion, just from how he's built up in portrayal. But that's just my opinion. At number 3, we have the man himself, Itachi Uchiha. Itachi has probably the strongest Susanoo of all time. Now, you'd say Madara has the strongest Susanoo of all time because he has EMS, obviously. He can do like a full body Susanoo, and Itachi can really only do like the waist up of a Susanoo. But the thing is, Itachi's Susanoo has the astral weapons. He has the mirror shield and the Totsuka blade. If the Totsuka blade touches you, you're just automatically sealed. Like we saw him use this on Nagato and Orochimaru, just effortlessly sealing them. And right there, that's a feat that Itachi has that no one else can say they've had. He washed Nagato. Like when they were Edo Tensei and Nagato was Nagato was like a god, especially without him being crippled and just being able to use like spam Renegade shit. Like Itachi washed him, man. He literally washed him. He beat Kabuto. Like Itachi Loki has a lot of feats, and if not for his sickness, he would have been a god. Like, let alone if he would have took Sasuke's Sharingan and put it in his eyes. Like, Itachi would probably be the strongest Uchiha of all time. But he was basically blind. Like, that, the fact that he was blind in almost every fight we saw. I mean, Kakashi became Kakashi became the 6th Hokage, and Itachi completely dominated him in his encounter. Like, there wasn't one single thing Kakashi could do. It wasn't even a fight. And everyone knows how strong Itachi is. Like, it's no surprise he's at this level. His Tsukuyomi is unfathomably strong. Okay? Not only that, but he did have one of Shisui's eyes, so, like, if he wouldn't have used that... Like, think about if he wouldn't have used Shisui's eye, like, if he wouldn't have put the crow inside of Naruto, if he would have just kept it and could have just used it at any point in time. Like, this man is a god, and he's probably the smartest character in the entire series, in my opinion. Like, he's probably smarter than the likes of Kakashi, Shikamaru, like Minato. Like, I think Itachi is up there in intellect. I mean, Obito pretty much knew the entire time that Itachi was a double agent. And, like, no one was going to do anything to Itachi. Itachi was in Akatsuki as a double agent, and literally there was nothing Obito could do. Like, Obito was scared to act without it. Everyone was scared in the Akatsuki to act before Itachi died, and that's just unfathomable. Definitely have Itachi number 3. He is a god. Now these two, and here's the thing. At number 2, I have, obviously, Sasuke Uchiha. Now, the argument here is, I kind of like, the way he got his Sharingan compared to how Obito became Jubito and Madara became Six Fast Madara, those two became... They got those forms kind of unnaturally, whereas Sasuke, that came to him from being basically the chosen Uchiha. So, if we're saying adult Sasuke versus adult Madara, I would give it to adult Sasuke purely on the Sharingan, but I don't want to count the Sharingan in this. I just want to count like EMS tops. Okay, so that's why I have Sasuke at number 2, because we really only saw him in his teenage years using the EMS for a very short amount of time. If Sasuke had as much time as Madara had, who knows what would have happened, okay? But I would definitely say Sasuke is the number 2 on this list as far as the full body Susanoo. He's the first Uchiha we know of that can use flame control, where he uses Amaterasu and then he can change its shape and he can manipulate it. And that is insane, especially with EMS. I mean, he can spam it as much as he wants. He's never used Tsukuyomi, so we're pretty sure he can't use that. But he can do very high level genjutsu. And if you think about it, how I was talking about how much of a god, how much of a effing god Itachi is. Sasuke has Itachi's eyes in his head. Like that, his EMS is completely god tier. His EMS is god tier. Sasuke is easily second on this list to me. I mean, Itachi'd still give him a run for his, even a sick Itachi would give an EMS Sasuke a run for his money, but the thing is, Itachi would give Sasuke a good fight if you went like the end of his life Itachi versus Sasuke. But if Sasuke can just spam EMS abilities, that would be there wouldn't be much Itachi could do. I mean, because a lot of people don't understand that people always want to say that Itachi can wreck everybody because he has the Totsuka blade and he can just steal everything away. Now here's the thing. This isn't like we're both standing in a ring fighting. These are ninjas, okay? These are ninjas. So if Itachi brings out his Susanoo with the Totsuka blade, I'm just keeping my distance because I know he can't maintain it long because he only has an MS. So I mean, as long as Sasuke can stay away from Itachi if he can get him to draw to Susanoo and then just stay far enough away, like what could Itachi do if all he has to do is maintain space, okay? And that's easier said than done because it is Itachi, but this is Sasuke we're talking about. We're talking about he can open the gates, like he's fast as hell. He's top level taijutsu ninja. Like Sasuke is top tier. So it's hard for me to believe that Itachi with an MS could beat an EMS Sasuke. I think he's strategic enough, but I just don't know if he has the resources with his diminished body and eyesight. So I will put Sasuke at number 2, and of course at number 1 we have Madara Uchiha. I'm talking about Madara from his final fight against Hashirama, okay? This man was basically Hashirama's equal. Like, they fought toe-to-toe all the time. Hashirama is the god of ninja, okay? He's the god of ninja. Madara actually could have been the first Hokage. Hashirama really wanted to make him the first Hokage. Madara is just a god. He can create shadow clones. Like, he could create 20 shadow clones and have them make 20 perfect Susanoo. Like, this man is a literal god. His taijutsu is unmatched. We saw him fighting because this was even when he was Ito Tensei in the 4th Great Shinobi War, like before he even used his Rinnegan, just with his normal Sharingan, he was decimating just 1,000 ninja. Okay, just at once. He's crazy. His feats are unmatched. Fighting the 5, like, okay, he decimated the 5 Kage with the Rinnegan, but even without the Rinnegan, he could have beat the 5 Kage in my opinion. Okay, he could have. He's stronger than any other Hokage besides the first Hokage easily in that form. Okay, his Susanoo is just too great, and he can use Shadow Clone beyond that, and we just all know Madara is a god. He's feared. Okay, he had a lot of age on Sasuke. He had a lot of age on Sasuke, a lot of age to, like, he wasn't in that old man place. He was, like, right in his prime, pretty much, when he died. You know, like, he used the Izanagi and everything. So, it's really, 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 really tough to say that Sasuke would be on the same level as Madara, because he just isn't, because he didn't have enough time. By the time that Sasuke had got his Sharingan not that long after he got his EMS, whereas Madara just honed that EMS for so long, okay? I would definitely say that Madara is the strongest Uchiha of all time. I did leave Indra off this list because I thought that would be unfair. Indra's pretty much a god. He's the first, like, he's just one descendant down from the Sage of Six Paths, so I thought that would be pretty unfair to put him on this list. But I would definitely say that Madara is the strongest Uchiha of all time. Guys, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, hit the notification bell if you'd like to join the Yakuza. Comment down below what you think I got right, what you think I got wrong, and your top 5 Uchiha in order. Thank you, guys.